Hi, I'm Hope, and here we are captivating a godly home inside and out through Christ Jesus. I hope you enjoy the channel. Welcome, and I hope you have a blessed day. Hi guys, I hope you all are doing great. I'm doing wonderful. So this video is going to be about my story. I don't want to say journey. I guess journey or story about my low iron. I don't want to say that I'm anemic, but yeah, that's what it is. But I just want to be real careful I'm real careful with what I say. So welcome, my name is Hope, and here on the channel I talk about faith, family, and home. And just look around, there's a little bit of everything from grocery hauls, from Dollar Tree hauls to some organization. Right now I'm a student in interior design classes, and I'm a mom, I'm a wife, a daughter, some of everything. So just look around and see what you like. There are lots of videos. And hey y'all, so I had to come in. And welcome to the channel. Thanks for watching this video. I recorded this video in 2023. Excuse me, y'all, what I look like. But I'm just finished editing this video. Y'all, I came a mighty long way. A mighty long way. I have a journey to share with you guys. And the video that you'll see, I'm just getting ready to render it now. In 2023, I recorded this talking about my iron journey. And I just wanted to insert this to let you know what to expect. I understand you may have came to this channel for some other reasons, but Hope is versatile over here, and I have to be healthy and whole in order to do anything else. This is my journey. I really haven't really shared this. I mentioned it in some videos. I'll say this in this video, but I had a hysterectomy January 16th. And I'm still having a few issues, but by God's grace, He's bringing me through. He's bringing me through. I vlogged all of that, y'all. Recorded it. I also have where I shared some supplies that I use, that I'm still using, that were very beneficial to me. Don't mind my journaling sheet here, y'all. But anyway, I just wanted to pop in and just let you know that you'll see like a series of stuff about hysterectomy. But it's a part of my life. It's a part of my journey. It's what affected me for so long. And I really haven't I kind of just cut the camera on and just talk. And I really haven't talked about it, you know. But my channel is My Life Full of Hope, not because my name is Hope or because it's my life, but because I always wanted to see hope in everything that I did and things in life. See the hope, the bright side. And because I always didn't like my name, you know, too, even though that was kind of sidebar. So you're going to see a series of different videos about my hysterectomy, what I packed in my hospital bag, my journey, my difficulties, going to the ER, all the different things, talking about it. And I hope it's helpful for someone and that it will give you hope. It will give you life. And to stick to God, y'all. Pull out that Bible. You know, I did my Bible scripture and our prayer, and I tell my devotionals because I really needed Him through this time, and you'll see why. And by God's grace, I felt like editing today. I feel like editing. I feel good. I really felt good yesterday, and I came a long way. I lost 21 pounds, y'all, in 3 weeks, and you'll see all why and everything that happened. But this very first video is my iron journey. I do need to explain. Let me make this quick. After, I think the only thing that you guys probably didn't see is that I did try the hormone birth control. I think it's Northenadrone or Northistral. It's two that's very similar. I did try that for a longer period of time, and it just made me feel really gloomy, sad, depressed. I was gaining weight, and that wasn't for me. So it seems like after I tried everything, all the different options that they had out there, then we finally went to the hysterectomy route. And I saw My doctors are due, but I had my surgery at Wait Med. And I went through one doctor, Dr. Norfleet. She was awesome. She left, and then she passed me on to Dr. Middleton. And now I have if you're in the area, I have Dr. Stabler. He's amazing. He's awesome. He called me this morning. I had to get a CT scan, y'all. And I'll talk about all that in the video and coming up and stuff like that, because it's hard for me to talk about, or I just don't like talking about it when I'm dealing with it at the moment. I like to talk about it as I'm done came through. And yeah, but I hope you enjoy this, and let me know if you want me to talk about something specific. And yeah, but don't get discouraged. I'll be back with some other types of videos. You know, I got my planner and stuff and some ideas for this year. I had to drop my classes, y'all. Sadly, I was really excited to take the classes. I thought I'd be able to go back in 3 weeks, but no, ma'am. No, ma'am. For interior design, I'm trying to get not trying, but I'm getting my associate degree in interior design and also certificates that come along with that. And I was in kitchen and bath design, y'all. I was really enjoying it, and I really loved that class. And then fundamentals, interior design and fundamentals. And then also I was taking, what was it, y'all? Space planning, y'all. But she even was going to work with me. I was going to work through my school, and they had a disabilities program to where they will accommodate me for whatever I needed, even turning my assignments in a little bit later. But I just realized that I couldn't, y'all. I couldn't, and you'll see why. So anyway, I have to wait all the next year to take those classes, but I have learned through life, I'll be 44 next week, y'all, that, you know, God always has me where he needs me to be. It took me years to realize that, and sometimes it's not the easiest at first to learn that, but I have learned that over time that I don't get upset anymore. He has me where he needs me to be, and everything he needs to teach me for that season, that lesson, that time period, and I don't get upset anymore. So it'll come. And but anyway, I hope you enjoy the video and the series. And I'll right now maybe one video a week. I'm not sure, y'all, but it'll be out. And then we'll be back to other programming and other things that I have planned and stored. So thanks so much for watching, y'all. Bye. And thanks for all the prayers, y'all, in the comments. I see them. Bye. I promised you guys this video probably maybe over a year ago, and to talk about my journey. So I do mention it on my community tab. I'm not naturally on my channel. You guys that watch all the time know that I don't normally get in front of the camera and do updates. Lately I've been doing it, but updates, where I've been, my health stuff. You may hear me say it through a haul, through me talking about something on the community tab in an Instagram post or something like that, but I don't get in front of the camera and say, hey y'all, I'm going to school, this is what I'm doing, da 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 da. And I just never, I guess I feel like, who am I? I'm a child of God. But who am I? Although I really do enjoy hearing updates and stories from my favorite creators all the time. So why not? So okay, y'all, so I'm kind of winging this and didn't practice or anything, but my journey. So it all started really when I had Josiah. So I have a 9-year-old, I have 3 boys, 24, 18, and our 9-year-old Josiah. So it took us a while to have Josiah because we had a stillborn, we have multiple miscarriages. Plus we wanted to wait. We wasn't sure. And then we decided. And then, you know, you hit that time frame of you're almost 35. Let me go and have this baby. And when you wait older, it takes some time. And yeah, when you're younger, yeah, y'all know. And so when we had Josiah, I had a fibroid. So I had fibroids. Okay. So that's not the reason why my iron is low, but I had fibroids because I thought the reason why I found out that I had fibroids before I had them, because I had an ultrasound. And it's weird because I've had ultrasounds and they said they couldn't find any. And then I had even the internal vaginal ultrasounds to make sure that I didn't have any fibroids, and sometimes they said I did, and sometimes they said they were real small, not where I needed surgery or anything. They said they didn't think that was what was keeping me from getting pregnant. I think that a lot of times I felt like I was brushed off because I had healthy pregnancies. I had boys before. I didn't have an issue getting, not boys, but babies before. I didn't have an issue with getting pregnant. So I felt like sometimes my doctors, even when I saw different ones, they brushed that off. So they would give me an ultrasound to figure out, you know, maybe this is the reason why she can't get pregnant, or having trouble holding on to the baby. And sometimes they'll see fibroids and sometimes they wouldn't. So they thought at one time that's what was helping. That was the reason why I had heavy cycles. So we'll get back to the heavy cycles in a second. So when I had Josiah in 2014, I can't remember if they saw a fibroid or not. I think they did, but it was nowhere near my C-section incision. So I had 3 C-sections with every last one of my boys. The reason why, because I have a small pelvis, and usually after, I think after your second C-section, you can have something called a VBAC. So that's like having a vaginal birth after you have a C-section. I think it's some type of it has to be a certain type of procedure or a way they do it. I don't even recall, y'all, because you know, y'all know after y'all have these kids, you forget everything, and then you have to retrain your memory or read something to retrain everything. But a VBAC. And so I just went ahead and had a C-section with, because I didn't want to go through, I think with my oldest, it was like 18 hours of labor. I would say 12 midnight, and I didn't have him like 9 o'clock to the next day. I didn't want to go through that with my second son, so we had a scheduled C-section with JJ. And when we actually had our stillborn, she was small enough, so I actually did experience not with all of the stretching and stuff, but I did experience a vaginal birth. Yeah, y'all. That was tough to not go through all those emotions, and medications and stuff like that. I think I did have an epidural, all that stuff, and no baby. But anyway, y'all. So when I had Josiah, he was my 3rd C-section. It was a fibroid right at the incision. Now, knowing good and well, you don't do 2 procedures back to back. I mean, they may tie your tubes, but they do not take fibroids out at the same time, or hernia, or fix anything. They don't, unless it's an emergency. So, of course, y'all know when it leads up to that, and especially when you have a surgery schedule, you have a pre-op and all of that. That one playing out. And my doctor said, "Hope, you made me work." But he got me off that medical table and safe and sound, and yeah, and he got me back home to my family, my boys, my husband, my parents, you know. And I could see the blood. Y'all know how they have the shield on and stuff. It was like splattered. But he said, "Hope, you made me work." Because of that, y'all, my my iron was low ever since then. So they did prescribe me like some over-the-counter stuff, and that really didn't raise the levels. So I think I went on for at least 2 years, and you all know that I had the vertical sleeve surgery, I want to say in October 2017. So I was told with vertical sleeve, which I still feel like I need to do some more research, because y'all know they come out with new stuff, that only with bariatric, the RNY or duodenum switch, with those you may not have as much, you may have malabsorption. I'm going off of memory, y'all. You may not, all the nutrients may not absorb in your body. Of course, we don't absorb everything, all the nutrients that we eat or the vitamins that we take, but even more so with the sleeve, because sleeve or any type of gastric surgery, because your intestines and your stomach is manipulated and all those different things. And I was told with the sleeve that you still will absorb your nutrients. But if you think about it as I'm talking, your stomach is cut, like, you know, half of your stomach or a portion of your stomach is cut. So you probably are not absorbing what you should, your iron levels, out of nutrients, out of foods and vitamins and stuff. So with that being said, I did have a hematology, I think she was a nurse practitioner or a doc. She might have been a doctor, y'all. I saw so many that she did mention that that may be the reason why my iron is low too. I don't know. So, but really the main reason is because I have heavy cycles. So let me go back. So after I had the surgery, I was functioning, y'all. I was doing fine. And then I'm trying to recall what exactly happened. And I know I was in my craft room and I just felt sluggish. I felt confused. It was hard for me to do stuff and function. I was out of breath. When you have low iron, like, some people really brush it off, but it is so important because it reproduces red blood cells, and those red blood cells have to travel throughout your body. It has to go to your heart. It has to go from, you know, from your bottom to your toes all the way up to your brain. And that may be the reason why you're out of breath, you're gasping for air, you're confused, you can't make decisions as quickly, you are tired and sluggish, and you're sleepy, you're craving things like ice. I haven't craved ice in a while, but I remember at this time I was driving the school bus and I was craving ice. I would get some crushed ice before I leave to go get on that bus. But once I started getting my iron infusions, you know, that went away. So I think I was seeing a certain practitioner. I don't go to them anymore. And they were seeing me, y'all, often, because I was trying to get the paperwork so I can have the vertical sleeve. I was trying to show them that I was trying to lose weight. They were documenting and everything so I get approved for my insurance. All this time, they did not mention anything about my low iron. I'm sitting here functioning for a long period of time on low iron. And y'all know when your iron gets real low, you won't just need an iron infusion. You'll need a transfusion, a blood transfusion. So I can't remember what transpired where it was really, really low. I don't know if I went to the doctor, I was feeling bad, and I don't know if I went to another doctor or did I end up having to go to the ER, y'all. I think that's what happened. And then they finally recommended me to go to a hematologist. I went to them for many years. They're in Cary. I don't want to say the name of them, but if you inbox me or something, I may ask or whatever. I mean, you can ask me. I went to them for many years, and I felt like they were just getting my money, y'all. I felt like they would mention that I need to go see my GYN or I need to see my primary care and follow up and do those things. But after a while, it was like becoming a cycle. And I didn't know if it was healthy or not to keep continuing to get the infusions. Usually with your iron infusions, depending on your insurance, there are different types of iron, and I can't even think of the name of them, y'all. And I done lost track of how many iron infusions that I've had, but I know since 2017 I was getting them. This is the first year. This time period now, 2023, is the first whole year, so 2022, that I haven't had an iron infusion. I was going probably like every I was going before every 3 months previously, and then I was beginning to stretch it out to 3 every quarter, then every 4 months or something like that. Something in that time period, y'all. And the reason why I was able to go through, stretch out to 3 to 4 months is because my GYN put me on, and I found a new GYN. And my regular GYN I had decided with, she was great, but she threw me off a little bit because she said because of my weight, she didn't want to give me a she did mention the options of a hysterectomy to get my cycles to be lighter. What else did she recommend? Mirena. I didn't want to do that. So if you all are watching and you had a good experience with that, the IUD, let me know. She also mentioned a procedure where she can thin my lining of my uterus, but she didn't want to do that because I had so many C-sections, and I want to say off the top of my head, and I could be wrong, I think it was because my lining is already something about me having multiple C-sections that would not be safe. So what turned me off with the hysterectomy was only because I'm sure there are women that are bigger than me. I don't want to say my weight right now, but I'm 5'1", and I'm like in a 18, 16, and this same doctor, she was also nervous about, and she's a very good doctor though. She's a very good doctor in Raleigh. But she was also nervous for me to have Josiah because of was really high risk. You're multiple high risk when you have multiple C-sections, your weight, you have a stillborn, and probably some other stuff, y'all. I don't know. So I was glad that she did outsource me to Duke. Duke takes really good care of me because that's my GYN I go to. WeightMed does too. And also Duke is who I go to now for my hematology. So I did switch hematologists as well because I felt like the one I was going to for years were just taking money. You know what I mean? They weren't trying to really have a solution. Also, they was having a lot of turnover, and I was seeing somebody different. They were good, but I was just seeing somebody different. So actually with the new hematology I go to now, which I went the other day, she's very attentive. I think she's actually a nurse practitioner. She's very attentive. She's very thorough. I like that with them, I go do my labs downstairs, and then I come upstairs, and then I have to wait a little bit because she has to get the results. But she's very good. She's nice. She explains stuff really well. She tells me the importance of why I need to make sure I take my B12, and she makes sure I have my CB complete blood count done, and the differential and all those different things. I am currently, y'all, I'm staying steady because of my GYN. I'm sorry if I'm going all over the place, y'all. She put me on my new one, a prescription to make my cycles lighter. So I'm taking, and I am not a doctor. Y'all go see your doctor. Don't go in there asking for stuff. Ask them because everybody body is different. And don't take my medical advice or anything. This is just what is working for me, and I'm still trying to figure out if it's best or not. So I'm taking tranexamic acid. I don't like that name. And it's 2 pills 3 times a day, and it lightens my cycle, and that has been working for me. Now I did want to try something different. I just don't want to do the Mirena, y'all. I'm not a big, I just don't want to do the Mirena. Again, if you had good progress with it, let me know. If you had good progress with anything else, let me know. The other hormone she wanted me to try was norepinephrine. Now I know it's another one that's very similar, so I hope I'm saying the right one. I did try that one around the time we went to the beach, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it for several reasons. Now, my doctor said I didn't give it enough time, but the reason why I didn't like it, it made my cycles really, really light. Now, I do a comparison of how heavy my cycles are and how light this is. So when I was taking the norepinephrine, I only took it like maybe 3 weeks. I was taking a half a tablet, and I think I was supposed to take it every day. And that's what I don't really care for, is taking something every day. It's a hormone, so you can have mood swings. I was spotting. It was really light at first. I was spotting. And I just didn't like, it seemed like it would never end. It went on and on and on. And I was like, I didn't like this. I know my cycles, they're like clockwork. They come on like clockwork. I kind of know when they go off. I know the days that it's heavy. Of course, you know, over time, if you're younger and you're watching this and you have kids, and as you age, but usually after you have kids and stuff, your cycles change. I know when I was younger, I actually started my period out when I was in the fourth grade. So I thought, and Mom, I hope you don't mind, I thought, y'all, my mom went through menopause really early. She got her cycles early. So I thought maybe this would happen to me too. But I'm 42, and it don't look like my menopause is nowhere in sight. Nowhere in sight, y'all. So, which I should probably be grateful. I don't know, because I've heard, you know, menopause ain't no joke. But this is no joke either, because today, what prompted me to do this video was because I'm tired today, y'all. Today's the first day my cycle's getting ready to come on, and I'm tired. I'm tired. And I was like, you know what? I said I was going to do this video, so let me do it. So my cycle was unpredictable. I had mood swings. I was irritable. I just didn't like it. And then you can also get anxiety a little bit, and I didn't like that. And then it could have been, I'm trying to, you know, on this weight loss journey, and with that hormone, you may gain some weight. And I just didn't really care for that. Now, my doctor at the GYN, she was actually out. And I talked to a nurse, I believe, or a nurse practitioner, and she said that I probably didn't give it enough time, because after a while, you begin to start to it'll start eventually. I think it'll go away. And I heard my doctor say that again. My hematology doctor actually said that as well. So, and that's not her specialty. So I felt like when I was walking on the treadmill the other day, and this is something that I don't want to do, so I was like, Holy Spirit, is this you telling me this? Because I really don't want to keep taking that norepinephrine. And I felt like he was saying, you know, to give it a chance, give it a try. Yeah, y'all. So I really don't want to do that. So to wrap this up, y'all, so my cycles used to be so heavy that I would have to have an overnight pad and an ultra tampon. Wear those at the same time. If not, I would mess up my clothes. Especially the first couple of days of my cycle. So when I started my cycle years ago, I don't know if I said that earlier, my cycles were long. They were like 7 days, and I may needed a super. Seemed like I always needed a super, but for some reason they just got really heavy. I don't have fibroids. I don't know. I want to say my cousins are experiencing the same thing. So I don't know. Now I'm finally experiencing being able to use thinner pads or either a tampon and that's it. I did used to at one time could just use a tampon, a super, ultra or whatever, a super, and be fine. But I don't know what happened. I think when I had decided, they just got heavier. Sometimes they'll get lighter, your cycle, your days will get shorter or whatever. But, you know, we are all so different. You know, I don't really have a lot of, oh, that was another thing with that norethindrome, y'all. I was cramping real bad. And I was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Because I don't really, when I was younger, I had cramps, but not where ibuprofen or, yeah, back then I had to take ibuprofen. Now Tylenol extra strength works for me. Back then it didn't. So it's crazy how your body just changes and things work for you over time and things don't. Now Tylenol extra strength works for me for my cramps and stuff, but usually I cramp at first and then I don't cramp anymore. So to constantly cramp and need a heating pad and all that stuff, I was like, no. I was like, no, this is not for me. So as well, y'all, so I take tranexamic acid when my cycles come on 3 times a day. So usually like morning, afternoon, like 1 or something like that when I remember. And usually my body will tell me because it'll start getting heavier. And then, let's see, then at night and then in the morning, I can feel that it's time for me to, you know, take it again. And I only do that usually no more than 4 or 5 days. And it's kind of pricey. We have United Healthcare, but it just depends on your insurance, and as your deductible, you know, you start paying off stuff and you meet your deductible, it goes down. So I need to pick up prescription now. I don't remember the itemized amounts because I need to pick up my Fusion Plus as well, and it's about $55. But I know sometimes I get that tranexamic acid by itself and it's $75. So it just depends how you meet your deductible and stuff like that. What I want throughout, you know, as time go on, and what insurance you have. The other iron medication I'm supposed to take every day is Fusion Plus, and I'll see if I can insert a picture. I was looking at the bottle because I was gonna bring it upstairs. Actually, I don't know if that's it or not. It has folic acid in it. It has iron. It has a probiotic in it, and something else in it. I want to say some vitamins. It says on the bottle. It does send me to the restroom, meaning in a healthy way, not like diarrhea or anything. And they prescribed that to me a couple of years ago because I had an incident where I was taking iron over the counter and I was constipated. I think this was after, no, I didn't have an iron infusion yet. This is when I was having issues with my iron. They were seeing my blood work and stuff before I was referred. I think actually, y'all, I was referred to the hematologist after I was sent to the ER. After, not sent to the ER, but I went to the ER. So my oldest son was home at the time, and he had to drive me out. I'm trying to think, did he have a permit? He had his license. I think he did have his license, but I was nervous. And I was in so much pain because I was constipated from the iron. So I want to say the ER doctor prescribed, or someone prescribed me. No. It was my previous hematology office. They prescribed me the Fusion Plus, and that's a blessing. They'll just send you to the bathroom once after you take it or whatever, like a kind of like a stool softener, like Colace or something like that. But yeah, so check that out if you have constipation issues. It is a prescription, so you may want to ask about that. I'm trying to think what else, y'all. But with my iron infusions, depending on what type they give you, you may have to, usually it's iron liquid in a pouch. And I don't know if I have any pictures. I probably do in my phone, but it'd probably be impossible to find them. And it's in a pouch, and they put it in the IV. And sometimes, depending on like which one you get, and I don't remember the names of them, you'll get like saline in just some clear saline to clear, just to clear your system. I don't even know what saline for, so don't let me not even say that. You'll get saline first, and then, or sometimes you may get, I'm trying to think, that they give you a liquid. I know sometimes they had told me to take an antihistamine before I got there in case I had an allergic reaction. And sometimes I forgot and sometimes I remember. But I'm trying to think, did they ever give me that in a IV form? And it all depends on your insurance and what they pay for. So, because I know at one time with ours, sometimes they'll give me the iron all in one swoop. And then sometimes I will have to come back, wait 2 weeks, and come back and get the second dose. So that's a little irritating. And it's just based all off your insurance. Also based off your insurance, like how low your iron level is before they will pay for, or pay for you to get one, I think. Yeah, I do know. But I think too, your doctor, you have to be below a certain level. So the ranges with your ferritin, so you have your hemoglobin, I'm going off memory, y'all. Hemoglobin, your iron stores, and then your ferritin. So I know with my ferritin, it has to be within a certain range or my insurance won't pay for it. And I have pretty good insurance because I don't have a copay. I have pretty good insurance. But it's just how it is. So with, but I think too, my doctor will not give me an iron infusion unless it is below that 11. So the range is 11 to 204, I want to say. I heard them say. No, not heard them say. I saw it on the, y'all know, the my charts and stuff. And mine's at 18. So I feel like I know I'm right at the threshold, but I'm holding steady. I'm holding steady. I think I was at a 21 or 24 3 or 4 months ago. So I'm holding steady, going down slowly, but we gonna pray that it holds steady. So yeah, y'all, I think I covered about everything. You know, I get tired every now and then. I am on a journey of being more focused on what's important and not being busy. Of course, I still like to do stuff, want things. I still like to be busy, but productive busy. I just want to be more focused on what's important, like making memories with my family and fulfilling my purpose in life and winning souls for the Lord and whatever He calls me to do, to leave a footprint in the world. And not just being busy doing stuff, because that stuff all fades away. It all fades away. It doesn't matter. All the stuff that we worry, or the superficial stuff, the material things, like you can't take none of this stuff with you, and it doesn't matter. So I try to now slow down. I need to be more intentional and focused on things that do matter, and rest. So my husband and I, we were talking about that. He just got off the treadmill. I can hear him. And just rest and take care of your health. Go to your doctor's appointments, y'all. Don't try to self-diagnose. Go see about, get your complete blood count so they can see what's going on. Get your physicals. It's October. Get your mammograms. I'm talking to myself because I need to go. Let's see. And y'all, and have faith. Have faith that, ask the Lord to heal your body. And he will. I was sitting thinking about what I was going to say, and I'm going to wrap this up at 10 minutes. And I was thinking to myself how I had those fibroids and how, you know, they would see some and then they'll go away, and they'll see some and they'll go away. And God works in our lives and in ways behind the scenes that we don't even know about. He protects us from things, and I'm just grateful because, you know, you may be worried about, oh, I have this fibroid, or oh, I have this and I have that and I need this and I need that, and he's already worked it out. He's already healed you from that, and you don't even know. You know, he's I know one of my prayers is for health, but for my body for my blood to continuously, and I say that for my family members too, to continuously flow freely and through my heart, through my brain, through my body, you know, so it won't be any clots or aneurysms or anything like that, or heart attacks. That's one of my prayers. So Lord, guys, just ask the Lord to heal you and to give you strength and to figure out what is important in your life, to leave a footprint and a memory for your family and your loved ones. So y'all, I just try my best now to do things that serve me, not work me to the bone. Still, you know, my husband has to say, or my mom has to say, oh, that's too much, you know, or, you know, or don't, you know, don't do it that, not don't do it that way, but that's, you know, you don't have to do all that. And I really need to slow down and enjoy the journey, slow down, smell the flowers. Yeah. It's like I made the purse organization, y'all, and I just, was it the day before yesterday, just sat down, pulled all my stuff together and organized my purse. And I was so I was determined to do it, because sometimes I know as a creator you do things and then you're on to the next thing, and you don't even get to enjoy the thing that you said you created this for. I can say that for like my planner stuff. I haven't planned it, I don't know when. And I used to just, I was going through a period of time where I didn't have to put down all the stickers and all the stuff. And it didn't have to be a certain system, but I would at least just write it down. And now I just write it down again in my brain dump or my list. And I want to go back to putting it in my planner at least. And then stickers if I have to. But I really want to do all the things because I have them, and I need to sit down, take time to myself, and use them and scrapbook the memories and all the different things. And because usually if I'm watching TV, I'm multitasking, I'm doing something else, and I need to stop and smell the roses and do what's important first. So I encourage y'all, because my husband's just getting on me about, Hope, I thought you said you don't have to do, well, I have to do some homework today. But he was like, you don't have to do so-and-so. And he was like, because I'm going to rest the rest of the day. And I'm like, you're right. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off of here. And you guys keep me in your prayers. I'm good. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. And I'll pray for you all. Pray for your healing. Pray for your deliverance. Pray that you will come through this, and that you stop them iron infusions and them transfusions and everything. And yeah, y'all. Yeah. And I'm trying to think. I think that I did cover everything. I never got to the point where I needed a transfusion. One time I almost did. But didn't need to. I got lightheaded. I went outside. I was explaining to her what happened. Oh, and that's the tip. That's the tip, y'all. When you are going to get your blood work done, make sure that you reschedule it or schedule it after you have your cycle if you have a low iron. You don't want to be like right at your borderline and then you have your cycle if your cycles is the reason why. But I guess even if it's not the reason why, because you are losing blood, you're losing iron, and you have low iron, you want to schedule that appointment after you had your cycle, or reschedule it. Keep track of it. I'm terrible at keeping track of mine because my tubes are tied. But yeah, because you don't want to go where your blood work is right at borderline, you have a cycle, you are not on the medication to make it lighter or had a procedure to make it lighter, you go back and then it's low, and then you have to go through another couple of weeks, quarter, and then it's bottom out, and then you don't know what's going on, and then you're struggling, you can't get out the bed, you need to call your mama. The reason I say call your mama is because there were a couple times that I felt like my iron was so low or I was so tired that I felt like I was floating. I felt like I needed to call my mama. I needed to get in the fetal position on her lap. And I had some periods of time where I was in pain since I've been an adult, and I felt like I needed to call her, but I didn't call her. And those were the only times that I felt like I need my mama. I need my mama. I need my mama. I need my daddy. I need my husband. I need somebody. But I ain't had the strength to even get out. I had the strength to get out of the bed, but I didn't want to get out of the bed. I wanted to cancel everything that I needed to get done that day. But I think what happened was, and I'll end it, was I felt great. Because that's another thing they'll give you. They'll give you a steroid sometimes so you won't have a reaction after your infusion. It'll give you like this false high. Not false high, but this false energy. Kind of like a high, but it's a whole lot of energy because they'll give it the steroid through the IV. And you'll feel like pain. They always get this analogy of you'll feel like pain your whole house. And you will. You'll feel great, but you know, it wears off. I wanted to get back to working out, so I went out around the track at our local park down the road, and it's a big old loop. And it was me and Josiah. This was several years ago. He was little, and I will never do that again because something could have happened. And we were out there, and I could have fainted or whatever. I felt like I wanted to faint, and I was out of breath, and something else happened. So I think I came home and told them, called the nurse line or something, and she asked when was my cycle and da-da-da-da-da. And I think I bottomed out, though I did have the infusion, but I bottomed out, and it takes time for, when they give the infusion, to rebuild all of those red blood cells and to for that iron to restore in your body. And she was like, oh, you probably needed an iron transfusion. You was almost getting to the point where you need an iron transfusion. So just because I had that steroid, I felt great. It made me feel really, really great instantly. And then I had the iron infusion, and then I went outside after that appointment, probably a couple hours later, and went outside and walked. And I think I just finished my cycle. So if that makes sense, because at this particular doctor's office, they did their labs different. Like I might have my labs a week before, and then I go back and see the doctor, and then they'll say, well, Hope, I think you do need an iron infusion. Or the nurse will call me and schedule me like a week and a half later. But at the doctors that I go to now, they do the labs the same day, and I wait a couple hours. Usually they have some of my lab work done, but usually by the time I leave, I walk out the door and they have my ferritin. The ferritin usually takes longer. Ferritin, all the other labs that they don't have will come up. And then she'll let me know, oh, you need one or you don't. And lately, I have not needed one. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off of this. So I hope that this video was helpful for someone. Just watch try to get in as much iron as you can. You're not even out of, she explained to me recently the other day, with your supplement, you know, you're only going to get a certain percentage of their iron. Let's say it's 40 milligrams of iron. I'm just giving an example. In my Fusion Plus, my body's only going to absorb 10% of that. I think that's what she said. And like from your food, you are going to absorb only 1% of it. So that was just an example she gave me. So just try to get in foods that are rich in iron, and that's your leafy greens, that is your salmon, beans as well. But y'all, when I was on that Daniel fast, the beans was not enough. So just before you do fast and stuff, just watch that. You may have to modify it and stuff like that. But because of my low iron, I had to modify mine. I had to at least have fish in mine, or chicken. So just be mindful of that. And yeah, because that wasn't pretty either. I had to go to urgent care because of that. I was foggy brain. I was tired. I didn't know why. And it was because, and I thought the beans and the leafy greens was enough iron to supplement on the fast, and it wasn't. So consult with your doctor. When they really say consult with your doctor, consult with your doctor. Because they was like, who told you to do this? And I was like, I didn't think I had to do that. I didn't think I had to do that. The Lord told me to do this, but I needed to modify my fast. So anyway, y'all, I'll let you go. And I hope again this was, sorry if I feel like I sound like I'm down or something like that. I'm just trying to still wake up. I might go down and give me another cup of coffee. I'm starting to turn, I feel like a grown adult now, because I'm drinking tea and coffee. Oh, I might get me some tea and coffee and stuff like that now. But yeah, I hope this was informative. Sorry that it took so long, and I'm gonna try to see if I can edit this down. But I'll see you in the next video, and thanks so much for watching, y'all. Bye.